Imagine your mind as a constantly open browser with multiple tabs. Some of these tabs are simple and light, like a shopping list or a reminder to drink water. Others, however, are like heavy sites that stream live videos, consuming a lot of resources and sometimes causing the whole system to slow down or even crash. Anxiety, my friends, can be very similar to these browser tabs. We all have it, but the impact it has on our daily browsing varies greatly. Did you know that anxiety is not just that butterfly in your stomach before a presentation? It has many faces and levels, and understanding this can be the first step to managing it better. I will share with you not just descriptions of these levels, but also real examples that might resonate with what you or someone close to you have experienced. From the mildest, almost imperceptible, to the one that prevents us from functioning normally. Shall we go together? Level 1. Minimal anxiety. Minimal anxiety is that slight background buzz that almost all of us feel. It's like when you're waiting for a text message from someone, or when you have a small pending task that isn't urgent, but is there, in the corner of your mind. Although subtle, this form of anxiety is normal and even beneficial in small doses. It keeps us alert and can even motivate us to complete tasks and prepare for future events. Here's a practical example. Think of when you're about to meet someone new or start a new project. This slight anxiety can help you plan the meeting better or organize your ideas for the project. It works almost like a mild adrenaline that drives us to act. However, even being minimal, it's important to recognize this sensation. Knowing that this slight discomfort is a form of anxiety helps us not to amplify it unnecessarily. Think of it as checking whether all your browser tabs really need to be open. Sometimes recognizing and closing some of these mental tabs can help us feel lighter and more focused. Now, if you find that this slight anxiety is beginning to take up more space than it should, small breathing techniques or a quick walk can be great ways to reduce its intensity. This leads us to the second level, mild anxiety. Level 2. Mild anxiety. Mild anxiety already starts to be a bit more noticeable and may appear in somewhat more challenging situations. It's still manageable, but already brings a more constant feeling of worry or nervousness that wasn't there before. For example, you might feel this before an important meeting at work, or while preparing for a significant social event. This mild anxiety can manifest through symptoms like restlessness, difficulty relaxing completely, or a vague sensation that something might go wrong. It's not enough to stop us from doing our activities, but it can make us hesitate or lose a bit of focus. Here's a personal example. I remember once when I had to present a project to a group of colleagues. I felt this mild anxiety, a subtle concern about not being clear enough or not responding adequately to questions. What did I do? Practice a little more and talk about my concerns with a friend. These strategies help to transform the anxiety into a stimulus to prepare better. To deal with mild anxiety, a good tip is to structure and prepare for the challenges. Preparation can be a powerful tool because when we feel more prepared, confidence tends to increase and anxiety decreases. Additionally, simple techniques like meditation or mindfulness exercises can be very effective in calming the mind and reducing symptoms. Mild anxiety is a sign that we are stepping out of our comfort zone, which is essential for personal and professional growth. However, it's crucial not to let this anxiety grow uncontrollably, which leads us to the next level, moderate anxiety. Level 3. Moderate anxiety. When anxiety reaches the moderate level, it begins to interfere more directly in our daily activities. This level of anxiety is more intense and can be felt through constant worries that are difficult to control. The person may start to avoid situations they believe will trigger their anxiety, which can begin to limit their life experiences. Physical symptoms become more evident here. It can include muscle tension, frequent fatigue, sleep problems, and even gastrointestinal symptoms like stomach discomfort. Mentally, this anxiety can cause concentration difficulties and a persistent sensation that something bad is about to happen. An example that illustrates this well could be when you have a big commitment or an important decision ahead, like buying a house or changing jobs. Anxiety not only appears in the form of nervousness before the event, but also in constant ruminations and worries that can affect your ability to make clear and objective decisions. To manage moderate anxiety, it's helpful to adopt more structured stress management techniques, like cognitive behavioral therapy, which can help restructure anxious thoughts. Additionally, maintaining a worry journal, where you dedicate a specific time of day to ponder your worries, can help confine them to a determined moment, preventing them from dominating your entire day. Another effective method is regular physical activity, which not only helps reduce muscle tension, but also promotes the release of endorphins, known as happiness hormones, which can significantly improve mood and reduce anxiety. Moderate anxiety is a clear sign that we need to pay more attention to our mental health and seek strategies to mitigate this state before it intensifies. This leads us to the next level, severe anxiety, where the challenges become even more significant. Level 4. Severe anxiety. When we reach the level of severe anxiety, we find ourselves in a state where anxiety begins to dominate our thoughts and actions more aggressively. In this stage, anxiety is not just a response to specific situations. It becomes a constant presence that severely impacts the ability to function on a daily basis. Symptoms are now more intense and may include panic attacks, extreme and irrational fear of normal day-to-day situations, and an inability to calm down. People may also experience intense restlessness, shaking, excessive sweating, and a rapid heartbeat. Social and professional life can start to suffer, as severe anxiety often leads to isolation and avoidance. A clear example might be someone who, out of fear of having a panic attack, completely avoids public places like shopping malls or even supermarkets. This level of anxiety can make simple tasks like shopping or going to work become almost insurmountable challenges. Treating severe anxiety usually requires professional help, such as a psychologist or psychiatrist. Therapies like cognitive behavioral are essential, and in some cases, medication may be considered to help control the most debilitating symptoms. Additionally, strategies like exposure therapy, where the person is gradually exposed to the object of their fear in a controlled environment, can be very effective. It's crucial to recognize the importance of not facing this level of anxiety alone. Seeking support from friends, family, or support groups can make a big difference. These resources not only offer emotional support, but also help the person feel less isolated in their struggle. Level 5. Debilitating anxiety. Debilitating anxiety represents the most extreme point of the spectrum. At this level, anxiety not only affects but completely paralyzes a person's life. It is so intense and comprehensive that it prevents any normal functioning, social, professional, and even personal. Daily life becomes an unbearable challenge, and simple activities like getting out of bed or taking care of personal hygiene can become Herculean tasks. At this stage, physical and emotional symptoms are extreme. They may include frequent panic attacks, deep and persistent fear, depression, hopelessness, and even suicidal thoughts. The person may feel trapped in a constant state of alert and fear, seeing danger in all situations, even those completely safe. For example, I knew someone who, due to their debilitating anxiety, could no longer use public transportation or drive. This not only limited their mobility, but also deeply affected their independence and quality of life. Anxiety had built an invisible prison around them, limiting their world to just a few safe spaces. Treating debilitating anxiety is complex and requires a multifaceted approach. This usually includes intensive therapy, medications, and in some cases, more innovative treatments like virtual reality therapy or intensive treatment programs in clinics. The ongoing support of a multidisciplinary team of mental health professionals is essential to help the person regain their functionality and quality of life. Additionally, the support of family and friends is essential. They play a crucial role in the recovery process, providing love, understanding, and a practical and emotional safety net. Anxiety at any level is not just an individual problem. It affects families, friends, and communities. Therefore, it is so important to speak openly about it, educate ourselves and others, and seek help when necessary. We are not alone in this journey, and there are paths and solutions that can help us better cope with this challenge. Each level, as we have seen, has its own challenges and requires specific approaches to management and overcoming. Remember that anxiety is a universal human experience, but the way it affects each of us can vary drastically. Therefore, it is crucial to be aware of the signs and symptoms in oneself and others. Encouraging the search for professional help and offering support are fundamental steps in dealing with this challenge. If you have identified with any of the levels discussed today, or know someone who may be going through this, do not hesitate to seek help. There are many resources available, and no one needs to face this alone. Thank you for joining me in this important discussion. If you liked the video, consider subscribing to the channel and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any content. Share this video with those who may benefit from the information, and of course, leave your comment below. Your interaction is very valuable for us to continue producing content that makes a difference. Until next time, take good care of yourself. And remember, understanding anxiety is the first step to controlling it, not letting it control you.